The Silver Series surges on with yet another brand new release. Today, here we have Tim Treadless, the next-gen Nitroade racer. And I think it's really easy for us to forget that Nitroade has been with us for about 14 years now, just a little bit less than that. And I think that's just remarkable that Mattel and of course Disney and Pixar have continued the sponsor throughout the Pixar movies, some of the shorts as well. You can see the sponsor in the background like in Tokyo Mater. I just think that's awesome. It really creates a universe around our beloved characters. So yeah, let's dive right into the review here of Silver Tim Treadless. Now, of course, he came out of Case F of 2020 singles, which I unboxed last Saturday. If you missed it or just want to check it out again to see the cool cars from the case, I'll put the link in the description below, along with the car suggestion pop-up in the top right-hand corner. The other new car from the case was Muddy Rusty's Racing Center Lightning McQueen, who I reviewed on Tuesday, and I'll toss that link in those places as well if you missed that video. So we're going to try and find out which new variant, Silver Tim or that Muddy McQueen, is the better release from Case F. But yeah, there's a nice picture of Tim. It is just the normal Tim though. Unfortunately, they did not silverize him. And there you can see the silver logo in the top left-hand corner with a silhouette of McQueen. So kind of hinting at the possibility that they may release McQueen in this line. I hope they release Silver Cars 3 McQueen because we've already gotten, of course, Silver Cars 2 and Silver Cars 1 McQueen. Silver Collection, Collection Plata. Stylish and speedy, these shining racers pay homage to the roots of racing. Elegantes y rápidos, estos brillantes corredores rinden homenaje a los orígenes de las carreras. You can see Silver Miguel Camino, who was in Case D. I will be reviewing him in the near future. You can see him kind of there in the background alongside Nikki B. So a lot of cool reviews coming on the channel for sure, guys. And there you have Jackson Storm, Chick Hicks, and the King, which have all been released previously. And we will compare Silver Tim to all three of those and kind of figure out which one is better. I'm hard set on the King here, but I don't know. I'm kind of really liking Silver Tim Treadless here. And we also will be unboxing the Thailand version of Tim here to do a little triple comparison. So a lot of fun stuff coming in this video. I'll be right back with him all opened up. And now, here we have the Thailand version of Tim Treadless. And now the reason I want to open this version as well to compare him to the silver version is because it is extremely different from the Chinese version of Tim Treadless that we've gotten in the past. And I really want to make this a phenomenal comparison video for you guys so you guys can determine yourselves what you want to buy, what you don't want to buy, and hopefully then you can actually go out and find them in the stores. But yeah, we're going to crack this guy open as well. Alright, so here they are out of the package, looking absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the regular Tim even looks like he's got some like metallic Spectraflame sparkle in his paint. I don't know what it is. We're going to take a closer look here in a second. But real quick, I do want to show Tim Treadless's appearance in Cars 3. So there he is briefly, just kind of like a background racer. He didn't speak or anything, but he is one of the more prominent next gens just because of the fact that Nitroade is such a classic sponsor. And also due to the fact that Tim Treadless was one of the first next gens to be released way back in 2017. Alright, so you guys gotta stick with me because there's a lot of variations of Tim Treadless and I really want to make this as clear and concise as possible. So here on the left you have the Thailand version of Tim Treadless, and here on the right you have the silver version, obviously. Now here are the Chinese Tim Treadlesses that they have released. The one on the right here is the original, just regular version that came out in 2017, which I did review way back when, and I'll put that link in the description and the card suggestions so you can check out that review. And that was when times were simpler, when there was only one Tim Treadless, and I don't know, we didn't even know his name back then probably. But yeah, this version here on the left now is the metallic version, but it's not deemed metallic by Mattel. The only reason we call it metallic is because compared to the regular version, I mean, he's definitely metallic. It looks like a metallic release, like Steve Slick LePage though. And I assume Mattel did this to correct it. Like they thought, oh, he probably should be metallic because of what we see in the movie, so we're going to correct him. But because he looks like that in the movie, it's not a special release. It's not like Metallic Lightning McQueen, where we take a car from the movie and we give him a metallic paint job. No, this car already has a metallic paint job in the movie. We made a mistake before with this one. Now Thailand comes in and they call this regular Tim, which looks nothing like neither of these here. The orange is so much brighter. It's not really metallic. And so you guys can make the decision yourself which one is more accurate. Me personally, I'm going to go with the one here on the left just because looking at the screenshots I put on the screen there a couple minutes ago, this orange just looks too bright to me. I think it definitely needs to have this more bronze, darker orange paint finish. However, I still really do like how this one looks. But I also just find it weird because the spoiler looks so dark and it just looks out of place there compared with the rest of him. But putting all that aside, now we have all the variations determined and we can get into the review here of Silver Tim. So we're going to do it alongside the regular version from Thailand because Silver Tim is obviously a Thailand release. Now the expressions are the same, even though they may look different. It's only because the colors are different. He now has silver eyelids versus the black ones before. You can see he's still got the grille there, headlights, vents, frowny face. On the hood here, the Nitroade logo is kind of like a two-tone type of thing here, whereas on the silver version, it's silver and the bronzish, kind of like metallic orange. On here, it's more of like a dark blackish brown, with then the bright Fanta orange, like, you know, a cream soda, essentially, a Fanta cream, orange cream soda or whatever. I always have loved the Next Gen Nitroade logo. I like how everything is uppercase except for the I, kind of, I don't know, almost makes me think of an iPhone. And then the O is on fire. I just love that. Looks so simple and modern. On the sides here, he has his contingency sponsors, which, let's see. Oh my gosh, Thailand, what have you done? I don't know, maybe they look worse because they're white on top of silver, which is hard to read. But they should be Piston Cup, Combustor, Carbon Fiber, and Synergy. They look a lot better over here. Oh my gosh, Thailand did a phenomenal job here. Look at how clear those contingency sponsors are for once. Yes, look, made in Thailand. This is a Thailand release. And they actually did a pretty good job with those decals. So that's good. So I guess it is just because it's hard to read white on top of silver. But one important thing to note here is that they changed his rims from black to orange to contrast with the silver. So if they had them black here, I feel like it just wouldn't look right. And the same thing they did with the King by changing his rims from silver to blue. And Jackson Storm, they changed from black to blue. For others though, like Miguel Camino, I'm pretty sure, and Chick Hicks, they left them the same. So it really just depends on that specific racer and how they, you know, deem it necessary to create a contrast and create a nice color presentation. And I think they did a phenomenal job here with Tim. I couldn't imagine him with anything besides orange tires in this situation here. Now, of course, Thailand does a bad job with the rims. I mean, that just looks disgusting. The inside there of the wheel well, I don't like that at all. But if you look at it straight on, the orange looks great. And yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine this Tim with anything besides black rims because they just fit the paint job better. But when they're silver, or when the car is silver and then the orange is metallic as well, it creates an interesting combo. But anyways, moving on, he's got that arrow indicating to the pit crew where to lift him up at to change the tires. There you have exhaust pipes, which are not just painted on, they're actually engraved. Orange stripe, 28 flame logo, same thing on the normal version. Gas cap. Looking at the roof here, you have 28 in just a simple font with the roof flaps. On the normal version, same thing with the white kind of curved stripe here. And then you also have the maroon stripe. Pretty much the same on both. They didn't really touch that. Then you have window bars in the back here. So thankfully with this next gen racer, unlike other ones like Jonas Carver's or Noah Gochek, these are plastic inserts, whereas with the other ones, it was actually part of the body and they were opaque. So it's weird how they do that. With some next gens, they'll make them the one solid piece, including the windows, and others, they'll still have that insert. Looking at the spoilers here, this one is just probably maybe a little lighter than the one on the normal version, but pretty much they are the same, featuring a nice white stripe and the logo we saw from the hood, which I love. On the back here, you have a nice two-tone presentation again, silver contrast with orange. 28 there on the left. Now, I don't know what's going on here. This logo looks a little weird. It looks like there's some like bubbling going on in the paint there, and the Nitroade logo looks a little unclear. Over here it looks nice though. Not a big fan of that though. Looks like there's a little blemish here, a little blemish there, and the silver paint. That's a little strange. Probably just mine though. Real quick, looking at the base, NO3A, which means he was made in the third week of 2020. And this Tim Treadless came out of case D, so he is M51A. Actually, my bad, case E, and he's from case F. Too many cases to get used to. All right, guys. Now for the comparison with the Chinese versions here. So one quick thing I want to mention here is with most metallic releases, like let's just take, silver releases. Let's take Jackson Storm here, for example. They picked one color being black and they made it all silver except for the back part. They just left that plain for contrast, I would assume. Now, they could have made the S a metallic blue, which would have looked actually really sweet. I mean, think metallic blue, like steel blue Jackson Storm combined with a silver Jackson Storm. It looked pretty sweet, right? But they're not going to do that because it's a silver release. It's not silver and metallic. And the same thing kind of with the King, even though he only has like one color. And same thing with Chick Hicks as well. But with Chick Hicks, Tim Treadless, my goodness. Because he's a two-tone car here, the black and the orange, they made all the black parts silver. Okay, makes sense. But then they changed the orange from this bright orange here, which if we looked real closely, it does have a little sparkle in there, which actually looks really sweet. It's a nice classic touch. But here, a nice elegant touch, I should say, rather. But here, they just made it completely metallic, like the Chinese metallic version. Now, this Chinese metallic version has been in multi-packs, I believe, and a European single release. But you could see how closely related these shades of orange are. I mean, yes, they're different, but, just look at that. This is Thailand, but then these two are China and Thailand. So it's interesting. What I'm trying to say is that they made Silver Tim essentially a dual silver and metallic release, which I really like. He looks phenomenal with that just bronze orange paint. And I like this one too a lot, but they could have easily just gone away with making the black parts silver and leaving this bright orange on there. Although maybe it wouldn't look as good, I don't know. But they decided to go full on metallic with the orange parts, which is awesome. They did a phenomenal job. So let me know in the comment section below which Tim Treadless out of all four of these is your favorite here. You have metallic China, regular Thailand, and then silver, quote unquote, Thailand. But really it's silver and metallic Thailand. So really nicely done here. My favorite has got to be, well, it's hard to compare silver and regular because I feel like you'd always take silver just because you see it as an improvement. But I don't know. I like these two a lot. This one can go hide in a hole because these three are just so superior in my mind. And I do have to give credit to Thailand for making this one so well with the clear decals and the contingency sponsors there. Whereas with the silver one, I don't know. They seemed unclear, and back here, that just looked a little off to me. But overall, I really do like Silver Tim, and we're going to give him a grade here real quick. And then we're going to bring in the entire team of Thailand, or of Nitroade. Oh my gosh. So many things going on. There's so many variants. I'm getting all my words mixed up. But yeah, so here is actually the made in Thailand, because all mini racers are made in Thailand, silver Tim Treadless. And now, interestingly enough, it seems like they made the orange metallic as well. I don't know why they do that, but it looks great. And interestingly enough as well here, the bumper is kind of like a faded bronze, which leads into silver there. So the silver parts of this Tim are quite limited. It really is hardly a silver release. You just have a little bit on the hood, the sides, the eyelids, and that's pretty much it. Oh, on the back there too. A lot of people wanted me to compare these two because I forgot to do so with the King and his mini racer counterpart, but might as well do it with Tim now. So my grade for silver Tim Treadless, I like him a lot. I really do. I really like silver Tim. I'm going to have to give him an A. Just like Muddy Rusty's Racing Center McQueen on Tuesday, I gave an A to as well. I think these are both phenomenal releases. They may be not that exciting relative to other releases we've gotten in the past. Like last year, Case F was so much better. It had Steve Herschel and Metallic Nick stickers, Xanadu bumpers, Keelan Motor Ray, Bill Revs, and Cars3 Bob Cutlass, all those new releases. And here we only have 2 new releases. But if you're not thinking about it that way, if you just take the car for what it is, I think it's a great release. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. And we're going to pull in the entire Nitroade team, which we have grown and cultivated over the last 14 years, starting with Aiken Axler over here himself. Of course, we got the hauler, we got crew chief, we got all sorts of different kinds of pitties. We have a custom crew chief from China. We have a semi, just a standalone Eric Rodales. Another cool thing I do want to show you guys real quick before we end off the video. There's just so many cool things I really need to show you guys. First of all, here you have the Thailand mini racer, just a regular version with now his larger counterpart. And then you have the metallic version from China that kind of goes with the metallic mini racer as well. So really cool that they have all these little mini racers now that we can pair with 155 scale releases. And here you have silver Chick Hicks and the King and silver Jackson Storm. And I will also be opening silver Miguel soon, so then we'll have all 5, and hopefully we'll begin some more in the future. So thanks again for watching this long video and sticking with me through all these crazy comparisons. But I will see you guys on Saturday for a review of Paul Conrev's next gen bumper safe hauler. All right, guys, bye now.